Find out what's wrong yet?
Well, I want to check these adjustments more.
Again?
Never could tell. I checked everything else out.
Well, you must know the answer. You've run into this kind of problem 1,000 times before.
A bind with his customer because of success.
Hey, that looks good, Ralph. Been a lot of help, you know that?
Well, I think it'll seem like a special order section.
Yeah, sure. Look, maybe right now you could do me a personal favor, huh?
Sure.
Well, a competitive computer company submitted a proposal to my boss. He sent it down to me for an opinion.
Oh?
I've gone over it. He wants an answer quickly. I wondered if you could give me your feelings.
Well,
Got some engineering drawings in it of some stuff they haven't even announced yet. You should be interested. They made them up for us. I can't really evaluate them. You IBM fellows should know everything that's going on. I'm sure you'll give me an honest opinion.
This man is boxed in because of reputation.
Well, Robert, you can see it's a matter of simple economics. Big investment, they'll back up performance, their service is good, parts replacement.
I know.
They're even working out a special conversion plan for us, so we won't have to pay any rent until it's been installed and working for 6 months. But if you want to come up with something, we're always willing to listen.
I see.
You work for a pretty big outfit, Roberts. What can IBM offer? Can't you give us extra systems engineers to do our programming and installing? I mean, what can IBM offer?
This man is in a trap because of leadership.
if I give an honest opinion, I'm unethical. If I refuse, I'm unfriendly.
Competition shot the works on a giveaway program.
I've got an idea of what the trouble is. The competitive attachment.
This competitive proposal must be loaded with hot information.
Sometimes I have the feeling it's heads I lose, tails I lose.
Sure you recognize them, because these men are you. When does it begin, this balancing act? From birth. For every human being, there is an immediate sense of choice. To cry or not to cry. To get attention or not. To roll this way or the other. There is always the pressure, the tension, the dizziness of choice. At first, choice is a pure and simple thing. But as you grow, so do the complications, the uncertainties, the pressures, the competition. Neck and neck. First one to get a 6 wins. You go ahead and spin. Temptation. One move of your finger and you can win, and no one will know the difference, except you. Well, how did you make out? Rotten. Just a 1. You gotta do it. You gotta take a dare. Guys will think you're chicken if you back out now. You don't know. You gotta take a dare. You gotta do it. Wanna be one of the gang, don't you? You go ahead and we'll meet you around the corner. When you're a kid, most of the tightrope walking is pretense. The rocks 1,000 feet below on one side, the thundering rapids on the other, the dizzy height, the dangers. All imagined. When you grow up, it isn't make-believe anymore. It's real. Very real. As you balance between the excitements of daily life and the dangers, you move forward with a sense of strength. Life is a series of choices. One long balancing act. Whatever strength you have, knowledge, experience, product, it magnifies your smallest move. It's alive with temptation. With some people, a little strength can be a dangerous thing.
Well, there you are, pal. It's okay now. Shouldn't have any more trouble with it from now on.
Thank you.
Well, you're back in business.
Okay, fine.
Now I gotta get over to National Milling and do the same for them.
Oh? Got you working for our competition, huh? Pretty busy?
You said it. Every big outfit in town, National, TRV, Standard, Federated. You name any one of the top companies, and if they got trouble, I got work to do. They keep me jumping, but I sure get to know what's going on.
How do you mean?
Well, take this morning, right before I came here, I'm called over to Standard, and when I get there, half the higher-ups from the front office are standing around, putting in a new continuous process setup on their Model 354. And you know those rumors about something going on over at Bridges? Well, I can tell you what's going on, all right. Reorganization. Everybody's scared of losing his job. Scared the whole company might fold up any time. Can't help picking up all kinds of inside information in my kind of work.
Have you heard the latest about this place?
No.
Remind me to see that you don't.
Well, nothing to worry about here. Standard measurements. We've installed thousands and thousands of kitchen setups like this.
But look, Mr. Walker, we
Here's
don't
what
want...
we'll do now. On the top, 3/4-inch molding and 1/4-inch plywood sides and back, we know that model 546B, 15.9 cubic foot capacity has to go right there.
But...
And at that end, we'll put model 4301, 6 burners, automatic thermostat, smokeless broiler, next double sinks, porcelain steel, 15 by 14 by 7.5, pull-out spray, and lift-out strainers. Well, we certainly do know kitchens, don't we?
You certainly do. But my husband, the architect, meant this room to be the nursery.
Yes? Okay, fine. I'll expect you then on Thursday at 4. Bye. Oh.
How do you do, sir? I'm Dave Williams, S&J Fuel Oil Service.
Oh, yes. Won't you come in? How do you do?
You?
Sit down, Mr. Williams.
Oh, thank you.
Well, now,
I'm sure you've seen our trucks deliver to most of your neighbors. In fact, our fleet covers most of the county.
Oh, sure. But we get our oil from Mike Gilbert. I think we're his biggest account.
Old Mike? How is the old man after his operation last summer?
He's fine.
Still driving that beat-up old truck?
I guess so.
Sure be tough if he got laid up like that in the middle of winter. You know what I mean? Now, one of our drivers gets sick, we just reroute another man to a brand new truck. 1, 2, 3, your oil tank's full, your furnace up and running. And I'll bet we can save you 1/3 over what you're spending. Now, we don't charge for our repair service, you know.
No, I didn't know.
Free of charge. Throw in a lot of extras, filters, things like that. Free cleaning. Part of S&J's standard contract. By the way, do you have a contract with old Mike Gilbert?
Yes. As a matter of fact, within the next month, he's putting in a new burner for us.
Oh. Well, you can cancel that. We'll take care of it. You'll like our product and our service. And we're big because we're efficient. We're efficient because we're big.
Okay. I'll have to talk it over with Gilbert. Tell him what you said.
What?
Yes. You see, poor old Mike happens to be my uncle.
This man mistakes brute power for strength. This one throws up a smokescreen of bigness and expertness. And this one hides behind a forest of name-dropping and inside information.
Now I gotta get over to National Milling and do the same for them.
We've done thousands and thousands of kitchen setups like this.
Well, you can cancel that. We'll take care of it.
Because they're pushed into the daily pressures of competition, they disparage, they unhook, they sell futures, they clobber their customers with size. They succumb to all the disadvantages of leadership. It's right to control strength because it's sensible, because it's realistic to think of consequences, to weigh your actions against their probable results.
Frank, let me have this. I need it right away.
I wish you'd come by 10 minutes ago. The only one in stock.
Oh, great, let's have it.
Been sold. George Service Company is sending a man over to pick it up.
Okay, when he gets here, you're out of stock. You made a mistake. Let him wait. I'm working for IBM, remember? Now, you're supposed to be on my team.
Temptation. Give your friends a break. Just this once. But fairness and the law say you can't.
Look, Joe, I am on your team. But the rule is strictly first come, first served. No, I can't let you have this. But I just shipped 4 of these to Henry at Weldon Manufacturing. Now, I'll call him and have him send one over to you right away. And you can do something for me.
What?
Well, usage on these has gone up. Try to give me some idea how many you'll be needing so I can build up a reserve supply.
You got any idea what all this downtime is costing us? Look, readjustment, part replacement, readjustment, another readjustment. Now, I've got a daily production schedule to meet. What's happening?
Well, Mr. Ryan, my manager and I have been going over the equipment, and we've got a few ideas.
Good. You know all this equipment like the back of your hand. Come on. Yes or no? Is it the competitive attachment?
Temptation. To go on record as an expert. Not just on your own equipment, but the other guys.
I'm afraid there's no simple yes or no about it, Mr. Ryan. Frankly, we think the trouble is in the attachment, but we can't be sure.
Well, where's that leave me?
Well, Don and I have double-checked most of our equipment. We have 3 alternatives we'd like to suggest. Now, your other company's reputable, makes good products. So 1, if we could get their representative down here, see if we can locate the trouble together. 2, if together we can put on a larger capacity attachment. 3, reschedule your input flow to balance the load over the total workday rather than compressing all input within the first 3 morning hours.
Well, the first suggestion sounds best to me. Let me call and see if I can get him over while you're here.
What do you say, Ralph? I'm in a spot. That's why I'm asking as a personal favor to look this over and give me your opinion.
Temptation. Open the proposal and tear it to pieces right before his eyes.
I mean, I'm no expert. You are.
I'm no expert on their product, Sam. How do I know what they've come up with in the past couple of weeks?
Probably find it in there. Engineering drawings and all.
But that's not solving your flow problem. And that's where I can really help.
Well, at least tell me their equipment doesn't solve it, so I can tell my boss.
I can't do that, Sam. For one thing, it wouldn't be fair. Well, I wouldn't want it to be done to me. Besides, all I have to do is take one look at those engineering drawings, and I've compromised IBM's legal and ethical position. You know, there's a better way to get you out of your spot.
Like what?
Spend a couple of hours and get down to the heart of the real problem.
Which is?
The job this equipment is supposed to do. Once we lay that out, with the timing required for each step, you know equipment. You know whether the times and the speeds are realistic. So you can make your own evaluation of what they're proposing. Will it do your job or won't it? And for what throughput costs? That way you don't have to give your boss my opinion. You can give him yours. Okay?
All right.
Well, Robert, you can see it's a matter of simple economics. Big investment, they'll back up performance, the service is good, parts replacement.
I see.
All you have to do is meet their price or beat their conditions, and the sale is yours.
Temptation. Play the competitor's game. Knock the chip off their shoulder. Outpromise them. Disparage them. Grind them to shreds with IBM's reputation and size.
Well, what do you say?
I think I can satisfy you on every point, Mr. Forsythe.
Are you sure?
If you let me set up an appointment for you over at the Pure Corporation.
What for?
Because they use computers much the same way we propose you would. I'd like you to see what we set up for them just last month. Talk to their operations people. See how they're doing in maintenance, programming, throughput, overall costs.
We're going to get 6 months free rent. We've been thinking of initial cost.
Sure you have. But as you know, IBM is a one-price house. And we feel that's the fairest and most ethical way to do business. And I feel confident that the system we propose will work for you at less cost in the long run. And after all, you're not buying a computer for any quick discount plan. You're buying it for the long-range benefits to your company.
These are the pressures. These are the demands.
Is it the competitive cards? Is it the competitive attachment?
Maybe right now you could do me a personal favor, huh?
You're supposed to be on my team.
Their programming package makes yours look sick.
Yes
On my
or
team.
no?
Where's a break? Right away.
Where's that leave me?
You're on my
Makes
team.
yours
Where's a
look
break?
sick.
Where's that Yes leave me?
Oh,
Or no?
Or are they really calls for help? Out of their own pressures and problems, they turn to you. Solving their problems. That's your job. Solving them honestly and fairly. That's your challenge. You don't really walk a tightrope. When you're a kid, sure. You create it with imaginings. It's mostly make-believe. You walk on the firm footing of skill and knowledge. enabling you to use the strength you command. The strength of leadership is not the size of your company, but the size of your talent.